when you have that class, I mean, yes, when a Bumrah is sitting at fine leg or third man, watching Bolt and Pattinson bowl those first couple of overs, he knows, Shane Bond knows, Mahela Jayawardene knows that they can go back to Jasprit Bumrah, and that class showed today. When Bumrah does well, Mumbai do well.
Yeah, he's been such a big player for them over the years, and the thing about him is very much like Malinga was in the many years for Mumbai, is that he does perform well in the different roles. So get him in the first six, he can pick you up wickets and he can keep it tight. Bring him on in the middle if you need to maybe find a wicket, or at the back end he's been really good. It's been more of a surprise this tournament that his back end bowling hasn't been as good as we've come to expect from him, but he's like three-dimensional, as I say. He can do the different jobs, and that's why he's such a big player. And when he does well, there was many ways it was the same as Malinga. When Malinga's on and performing like he can, a team's very difficult to beat.
Just another word on Jasprit Bumrah. Really, it's that impact that the quality bowlers are having. There's a long list we talked about throughout this tournament. The class fast bowlers are making an impact, and they're leading to victories for the team, Pommie.
Yeah, I think what's also important when you have good players is their backup. So with Bumrah, you have a scenario where there's Bolt and there's Pattinson. And so each time that he comes to bowl, so let's say he has an off day, a day off, I don't know which way that goes, but let's say he has an off color day and he doesn't do well up at the front, there is the backup. Right? When he comes in first of all and doesn't go so well, there is that backup. But even if he is used differently, so if he's used up at the front and, Pattinson and Bolt have gone all right before him, you don't have a choice as the team batting. You can't just play him out, because playing him out just gets you further and further back from the game, and it makes things more difficult. So I think that has a big role to play as well. He's a wonderful bowler, and we know how good he is. But just getting it all set up nicely by the support cast all around it, I think fits well, and it does just right for Mumbai Indians for him to be able to play that role.
Yeah, to finish up the point, Shaun, yes, there's no Malinga at the other end, and you said he almost plays a Malinga-like role himself. But when you've got that quality at the other end, Coulter Nile's being kept out by Pattinson at the moment, so there's enough to choose from. He used 5 bowlers today, could have gone to Pollard if something went wrong.
Yeah, he could have. He's got the options, and Hardik Pandya's coming back. But we go back to the real changing of the tide in this match was those last 6 overs, and you do think to yourself, well, if Bumrah had bowled 2 of those to Pandya and to Pollard, you just don't feel that they would have gone for 104. And therein lies the strength of the individual and why he's so valuable. There's in the T20 game, if you can win the power play and you can win the last 5 overs, invariably you end up winning the match. And as a bowler, you can influence both those aspects. Obviously batsmen can do more because they can be at the crease for the full 20 overs and dictate terms. But when you have got those guys that you can rely on to perform 7 or 6 times out of 10, that's when you're going to end up having a successful team in the tournament. And Bumrah is one of those guys who we can rely on, or Mumbai can rely on. And that's why, as I mentioned earlier, it's been a surprise.
Shaun, we? Okay, mate. Yeah.
We as observers of the game. That's why we've been surprised at how he's gone so far. He is class, and he has had many months off and had a bit of an injury niggle before that. So I think he's going to get better and better as the tournament goes on.